12 News at 10 starts now. And we begin with breaking news in North Phoenix. A fatal crash involving a pedestrian has closed a busy North Phoenix roadway. Happened tonight at the intersection of 3rd Street and Bell. We don't know exactly yet how this happened. You're looking at the scene right now, but police confirmed just minutes ago the pedestrian was a woman and was pronounced dead. The driver of the car involved did stay there at the scene, and police say they don't suspect impairment was to blame for this crash. The intersection of 3rd Street and Bell is closed right now, and police expect it to remain so for several more hours while this is investigated. Tonight, a man is dead and 2 officers are injured after a shooting involving Peoria police officers. Officers say the man backed into them with his car, so they opened fire. It all started with reports of someone breaking into cars. Officers say again the man backed into them. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in Peoria with details, including how those officers are doing tonight.
Well, those officers are expected to be okay. We've learned the break-ins were happening behind these 2 businesses. The suspect allegedly turned violent when those officers tried to stop him. Surveillance cameras alerted 2 neighboring Peoria auto shops of an active break-in just before 7 o'clock Sunday morning.
He got notified that somebody was walking on his lot.
The owner of Paul's A to Z Auto Service called 911 and then called his neighbor at Saguaro Motor Inc. The owner of that shop, Michael Jonas, tells me he logged onto his security system remotely to see what happened.
Looked out back on the cameras and I saw a guy rummaging through the cars out back.
Jonas couldn't share that surveillance video, but says he saw a man breaking into cars on both his lot and the one next door.
It was still dark out with his flashlight going through a bunch of cars, and it lasted probably about 20-30 minutes, and then I saw the police pull up out back.
Peoria police say 2 officers arrived to find the man still allegedly breaking into cars. The officers tried to stop him, but he got in his car and tried to leave.
He put his vehicle in reverse, ultimately pinning a couple of our officers in between his vehicle and another vehicle. They ultimately ended up firing shots upon the suspect.
The suspect, identified only as a man in his 20s, died. 2 officers are being treated at the hospital for minor injuries.
When they're making contact with a suspect and the suspect puts the vehicle in reverse and ends up backing and going towards, at a high rate of speed, going towards the officers, you know, that's a position nobody ever wants to be in.
Jonas tells me this isn't the first break-in he's experienced this year.
We had a car stolen probably about 6-8 months ago, and you know, it happens, you know, just like any other business.
Police are not yet identifying the man. Buckeye police are taking over this investigation. In Peoria, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thank you. Terrible scene in Gila County. 1 young teen is dead, another in critical condition after a shooting last night in a remote area of Tonto Basin, that is northeast of the valley. Happened about 11 o'clock last night. When deputies and paramedics arrived, they found 2 15-year-olds. They both had been shot in the head. Deputies telling us one of the teens shot the other and then shot himself. Officials say there were 7 other people between 15 and 20 years old who were all there when that shooting happened. Tonight, deputies are still trying to piece how things happened. So far right now, no charges have been filed against anybody else in that group. Police identify a man who died after crashing into a pole last night. 26-year-old Jared Valdez died from his injuries earlier today. Happened near 51st and Glen Rosa Avenues out in the West Valley, and you can see the mark left on the pole here. Right now, detectives still looking into the cause of that crash. Investigators say a distracted driver crashed in the back of a trooper's unit near I-17 in Peoria this morning about 5:30. So tonight we know that trooper's okay. Nobody else got injured, but a very close call here. The trooper was on a traffic stop when that crash happened. Again, he is all right. Developing tonight, he said he wouldn't do it over and over again, but President Biden has pardoned his son Hunter. Again, even though previously saying multiple times he would not do it. Hunter Biden faced sentencing later this month to 2 separate criminal cases that could have landed that 54-year-old in prison for decades. Last September, the younger Biden pled guilty to 9 tax charges. And then in June, a jury found him guilty of lying on a gun purchase form when he was a drug addict, undergoing some drug addiction. The president says he decided to issue the pardon because he believes his son was, quote, selectively and unfairly prosecuted. 50 deserving kids all selected by Glendale Police to shop with a cop at Arrowhead Mall today, and 12 News journalist Tricia Hendricks got to tag along for the event.
Good morning. Are you excited? 50 deserving kids nominated to shop with a cop paired up with Glendale police officers to go shopping inside Macy's at Arrowhead Town Center to ensure those in need don't go without this holiday season, including Serenity Ferguson.
Her teacher actually nominated her for her kindness.
Remy Jones.
My teacher just called me up to the nurse's office and then I just got it.
When I found out she was being nominated, it was just like overwhelming. It's awesome.
And Jose Hollins.
Is there anything in particular you're asking for this holiday season?
Jerome.
Whoa!
It was really nice, especially, for his Christmas gifts and stuff.
All thrilled to be a part of such a lucky bunch. After a quick briefing inside the store, each one was given $250 to spend alongside officers visiting with characters throughout the store. Serenity quickly found what she was looking for, then headed downstairs to shop for Mom, while Remy showed off her new beautiful blue dress before checking out at the register with lots in tow. And Jose, he definitely found what he was looking for.
You got the drone?
And he actually came out under budget, so we got to go back to the toy section to stock up on more. A blast for the kids. A rewarding experience for the officers shopping with them.
Makes us feel good.
Macy's provided the gift cards plus a winter coat.
It's huge. Cole really loves police officers, so it's been a really great experience.
He's all excited. This is over right now, and let's go home and play with my toys.
As each child came out of the store with the officer that took them shopping, cheers all around.
I really appreciate it.
This is amazing for us. Best day ever?
Thank you for your service and taking off a day off to shop with us.
Other than one hiccup,
Grinch did get arrested. He tried to prevent us from entering the store.
Uh-oh, here he comes.
We didn't allow that to go.
Uh-oh, really?
everything went smoothly. After the gift dropping section, the icing on top. Each kid got a bike to make a grand exit on, thanks to Western Towing.
And then the City of Glendale Transportation Department donated helmets.
Amazing.
A big savings for those selected.
A whole lot.
And an adrenaline-pumping experience for these little ones who can't wait for all the bike rides ahead.
Yeah.
In Glendale, Trisha Hendricks, 12 News.
Wow, how about that? Bikes? A Grinch arrest? That was a nice touch. I like that.